Hi, it's Sean McDonough here. You might know me from the Crypto Wizards YouTube channel. The video that I'm editing right here, right now, is of an exclusive interview behind the scenes of what it takes to really start a successful cryptocurrency exchange. And not just any exchange, an exchange that is going to be competing with all the major players out there. Now, if you are a trader in the crypto space, or you're someone who is looking to start an exchange or enhance your platform as it is today, you absolutely need to watch this because you're going to learn things that you won't find on any blog or you won't find anywhere else. Dmitry and Nick Ayton have been very gracious to let us go right deep behind their business model, what their plans are, and what they're looking to do. Now, this very first video you're going to watch is just an introduction to Nick and Dmitry, but there's going to be a series of videos coming out. They're going to be put in a playlist, which is going to be called Crypto Exchange, the Crix Journey. Just look for that playlist and you can watch all the videos in sequence of this interview as well. But it's very, very, very exciting stuff. One thing I want to mention up front as well, you need to know that myself, my business partners, John and Chris, are compensated for supporting the Crix Journey. So I want to be very upfront about that. We really believe in what these guys are doing. I'm very excited about their platform. I plan on building a bot on their platform as well. So I'm getting pretty excited about everything they're doing. And really, there's a huge win-win-win scenario here. So please watch through the interviews, go into the detail. I think you're going to find that some of what Nick and Dmitry expose in terms of how crypto is actually working, etc., is going to shock you. And I think you're going to learn a lot from it as well, especially on the tech side with Dmitry too, for the traders out there who want to go into the detail of how the trading is going to work. So pay attention, ask any questions in any comments wherever you see this video, and we'll make sure that we keep those comments into account when posting future videos. So without any further ado, let's get into the interview. Very fortunately, I'm joined here today with Nick Ayton and Dmitry Koval, who are running the Crix Cryptocurrency Exchange. They're launching a lot of things coming up very soon, and they've very kindly let us behind the scenes to get a little bit behind their brain juice of how all of this is working, why they're doing what they're doing, but to talk a little bit more about the cryptocurrency market in general and how they think they can make an impact. So first, Nick, Dmitry, thanks very much for having us with you here today. Really.
Thanks for inviting us. Yeah, good.
Yeah, no, it's really good to sit with you and get a little bit behind the scenes. So if you don't mind, I'm going to dive right in because I'm eager to ask you guys some questions. But the first question is, could you please tell us a little bit about yourselves? Nick, what is your background and how did you actually get into this space in the first place, and where is this all going for you?
Well, I've been in technology since the 70s when I was coding, and I wasn't very good at it in those days. So I've been around technology and seen the last 4 or 5 decades. I've seen all the different trends, mainframes, PC computing, right up to the arrival of the internet, and now we have this next wave of profound technologies, which is blockchain, AI, machine learning, a whole wave of different technologies. So I'm a technologist, but not a deep technologist like my colleague here. But I've been involved in the technology IT services outsourcing space for 25 years. I've had several companies, started various businesses, some good, some bad, some indifferent. But I'm in this space because, for me, the blockchain and crypto has a profound implication on many things, which I'm sure we'll get into. But technology, yeah, I love technology, and that's the thing, I'm still here in technology.
You're still in tech, but programming wasn't your forte, you mentioned, to start with.
Like in those days, in the 70s, it was Fortran, COBOL, Pascal. Right. It was very much syntax driven. There wasn't any, it was very hard. You may as well have just programmed a machine code. It was actually far easier in a sense. Right. And we used to play around and blow around chips and do stuff, see what works, trial and error. So it was, pioneering days, but it's good fun. But I'm not a coder, nowhere near.
And how is it that you met Dmitry? And Dmitry, could you tell us a little bit about yourself as well? How is it that you guys came together?
Oh, let's say I'm in tech as well. So my background is applied math, and then I worked in programming, and then I worked for Cisco for a few years. And after that, back in 2003, I started a business which became quite successful in the field of data centers and cybersecurity. And so at a certain point I decided to give up the operational role in the business and just do something which I was interested in. So I found this crypto space that was back 2013 maybe, something like that. And so I decided that I need to do something in this industry. And then eventually, so you start meeting people, so that's how we met basically.
We met at a hackathon actually.
Right. Where was that? Here in the UK? Or?
Yeah, it was down the road. I was working for a Chinese client who was who ran a big sort of, if you like, retail merchant marketplace out of Hong Kong, and we were looking for talent. We were looking to hire a team, so we ran a hackathon, and I met Dmitry at the hackathon, and it was a pretty successful event.
Got it. And so, Dmitry, what is it like working with Nick?
Well, I think we are so we complement each other in many different ways.
So he hasn't answered the question.
He hasn't answered the question.
Yeah, so there you go. He's being very polite. But no, look. I mean, from my perspective, is we overlap a little bit, but we cover different ends of the spectrum. You know, but there is an overlap, and I do think that we are one of a rare combination of people that I think we see the end game the same, which is good.
Yeah,
the means to get there, it may be slightly different, but we see the same end game, I think.
Well, from the brief time we've known each other, and Chris and I have been working with you guys, I've come to see that you're both extraordinarily focused on what you're doing. Now, before we go and get into the actual Crix, the business there, the exchange, and all of that, we're talking about the cryptocurrency space right now. So I was hoping we could just touch on that a little bit. And I'm going to ask you a very, very blatant question, but I think it helps to frame, where you stand in this whole cryptocurrency arena.